Hello, foodie beauties. Assalamu alaikum, Princess Peach.
Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized video from special answered message from super easy gifts. Yeah.
So today I am having McDonald's. I was really craving some McDonald's, but I made a better choice. I got a kids meal, which is usually allowed on.
Oh yeah, pig out days are over. So instead of pigging out on a whole bunch of McDonald's, we're just going to get a little bit of crap. I don't know if that's how it works. It's like you go from eating, I don't know, like 4 Big Macs, a large fry, an apple pie, a large soda to, you know, just a happy meal with some orange juice. It's like we go from a lot of crap to a little bit of crap. That's what's going to make us healthy.
A lot of diet programs like Weight Watchers, for example, it's, you know, more point friendly than a regular size meal or like a Big Mac. So yeah, I'm going to eat this. This is a small tiny apple juice, orange juice. And let's get right to Bismillah. I love the packaging for kids meals. Oh my gosh, there's a Nerf on the cover. You think that I'm gonna get a Nerf ball? Oh, I picked the girl toy. I should have got the boy toy. I would have got a Nerf, but I didn't know that. Darn it. Okay, let's see. And there was no option. Usually I get no toy, but there was no option for that. But I'm gonna see, like, honestly, the amount of fries you get in a kids meal are pretty decent.
Oh my god, her hand going back in there 3 separate times to make sure every single fry got out. Don't think I missed the one that fell on her lap either. That got put in the pile as well. We are not wasting any fries here.
And I got the hamburger, not the cheeseburger. So, yeah. Oh, I got a Princess Peach. Cute, I guess. Maybe I'll give it to Julia. Princess Peach! Here we go. She can eat with us. So
a hard plastic toy to give to your cat to play with? I mean, I don't know much about cats, but I can imagine for any small animal that could be a choking hazard. Probably not the best idea, but at the same time, I mean, it's Chantal and a cat, so.
Assalamu alaikum, Princess Peach. Orange juice. For some reason, I was craving orange juice. All right. So, I'm going to tell you what I normally get from McDonald's. You guys know, you've seen me eat McDonald's so many times.
She didn't, I don't know if she didn't link the one where they actually went to the McDonald's and ate in person. That one's actually kind of an entertaining video. I think it's on their couples channel. She and the husband go to the largest McDonald's in the Middle East or something like that, and they get breakfast food, and they got like 4 or 5 hash browns, and Chantal ate like 3 and the husband had 1. And then, like, you know, it was kind of like, well, you know, let the husband have the other one. You already had 3. So, you know, let him have 2. And it was like to the point where the husband was like she was like staring a hole into it. And he was like, Chantal, do you want the 4th hash brown? She was like, oh, I mean, if you don't want it, sure.
I used to just get like, sometimes I would get like, I would never get just a hamburger as a meal. Like, usually the hamburger or cheeseburger would be like an appetizer. And not just that, I would get like 2 or 3 of them as like a side dish. You know?
She's talking in past tense. As if this still isn't going on, as if she still isn't eating in excess. I used to. I mean, just the other day, I saw Chantal sit down to a meal that looked like it was meant for 4 people. Yeah, well, oh my gosh. All the way back then, I remember when I would get 4 Big Macs and I would treat that as the appetizer. I mean, way back in the day. Like 48 hours ago, she just had a giant plate of...
You know. So... to me, this is a good choice. So,
I feel like she said so like 3 or 4 times now, as if she's going to begin a conversation, but then she thinks back, well, my life starts and ends at having a meal on the floor of this apartment. I really don't do anything else, so there's really not much for me to talk about. So, all right, let me take a few more bites. All right, game plan today is drawing a blank. All right, so
what do you guys get? McDonald's has the best pickles. Somehow it still tastes like a cheeseburger, even though there's no cheese. Kind of weird. But okay. So if I look tired, I'm a bit tired because... which is also why I haven't really been going live.
Oh yeah, girl, that's why you haven't been going live. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm not gonna get into it, but if y'all know what's going on, we're having a meeting of the minds right now. I know that some of you hate when I do that. It's like, what's he talking about? I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Just certain things I don't really want to talk about on here, but if you... if you know why Chantal hasn't been going live recently, you know the real reason. It's not because she's too tired.
I'm just so busy. We're busy with a lot of life stuff. Which I know you're probably thinking, yeah, right, you have no life. And you know what? At this point, we're beyond caring what people think about us. Like,
girl, you said it. It's like she knows the reaction to her saying that she has a lot going on right now, as if everyone watching her would immediately have the same thought. Girl, what do you mean you're tired? You don't do anything. What do you mean you're busy? You never leave the apartment. And then she just confirmed it to us. It's like she knows that, like, what we're thinking.
So it doesn't matter. But, it's also because, like, we're so private now about what we do in our life. And you know what?
Oh, and you know why she's being more private recently. You just know why she's deliberately making an effort to not share as much more with her audience. I mean, not that she shared that much since she's been to Kuwait. I mean, it was nowhere in comparison to what she was doing the past few years when she was living in Canada, but even more so. I mean, this is like Amber Lynn level sharing at this point. Like, barely talking about anything. And we know the real reason. Not that he really needs you to share information to do anything, but if you don't want to talk about what's currently going on, I guess that's up to you.
There's so much power in that. If we go out, if we go to weddings, what we're planning.
Weddings? She's going to weddings. People's weddings. They have no friends. I mean, she has no friends. The only friend I know of that he has is that one guy, and that's his business partner, and he was already married. So, what weddings are you guys going to?
Planning on our life, like we're building a future together, right? So.
Oh, that's what you think, girl. Yep, building a future.
There's a lot of power in keeping your private life private, and I didn't realize that before. You know, for many years, when I would stream or video every detail of my life.
I feel like that's maybe a lesson you learn when you're like 15, you know, like freshman in high school, tweeting out things, and someone says, hey, you know what, maybe you shouldn't share all that online. You know, maybe people might get the wrong idea. You know, maybe it's better to just keep that stuff off of line. You know, don't share that with the world. You know, talk to someone close to you about it. Don't put it on there for everyone to see. That's like something you tell a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old that's a little bit naive or wants to seem cool on the internet by oversharing or saying things that they shouldn't. But, I mean, in this case, it took Chantal till her late 30s to kind of get that memo.
I really wasn't doing myself any favors. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind sharing a lot. What is this? It's a knife.
I called those spear fries. They're my favorites.
But having a private life is liberating in a way I never would have imagined.
Freedom of what? Liberating of what? Not making any money? Chantal on the side, on a sidewalk in Kuwait, living in a box. This is so liberating. Girl, you've made all of your money off of sharing your personal life and rolling around in the mud and being involved in drama on YouTube the past 7-8 years. I mean, but again, you know, if this is what you want to do, I'm not going to judge that. I'm just saying, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make it from a financial standpoint, from a social standpoint, from any type of standpoint. It seems like logic always goes out the window. If logic were to have ever been in this room, it has left out the window as fast as it can.
I know a lot of people were like preaching for me to do that, you know, urging me to do that sooner. But you know, the whole point of living your life is learning at your own pace, right? Learning the lessons at your own pace.
That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. No, you do not have to learn every single lesson in life by going through it the hard way. You can learn by hearing what other people tell you. I mean, you know that old term, respect your elders? It's like they've lived through it. They know what's going on. Listen to them. Chantal had to apparently live through dating, you know, a felon or whatever and get all of her money taken from her and, you know, get hooked on blow and then had to move to the Middle East to marry someone that she knew off of Tinder for a month. And guys, it was all just the journey. And, you know, I'm glad that I didn't take anyone's advice. I'm glad that I didn't listen, because I wouldn't have learned the lesson had I not done it myself. Oh my God. That maybe applies to some things in life, but you shouldn't have to be told not to go dance with the devil to know that it's bad to dance with the devil.
Because if you just live your life according to how everyone dictates it for you or suggests it for you, you're not going to live for yourself.
Chantal, it's not a good idea to start an OF account, sit in your bathtub nude, play with peeps, do a bunch of substances on camera with a felon. But you know what? Had I listened, I wouldn't have been able to dictate my story in life myself. And that's what I really wanted to do. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. It's more so exhausting to hear. It's very exhausting to shout at people when you clearly see what's going on and what the right course of action for them is. It's even more frustrating when they're smug about it and they're like, well, I didn't want to listen to you because this is why. And this is why I didn't listen and I don't regret it. Like doubling down makes them like on like a higher ground because they're owning it. No, like owning it makes you look worse.
Right, Princess Peach? Want a bite of the burger? Yum, yum, yum. So yeah, all that to say, I can't really share a lot of what's going on in my life right now, but that's why
she probably actually loves this because there's nothing to share. So now she can taunt her audience with, well, I got to be private right now. I really can't be talking about what's going on, what I'm doing, what weddings I'm going to, who I'm seeing, who I'm hanging out with, who I'm associating with, where I'm going. I can't talk about those kind of things. Meanwhile, it's just her on the apartment floor eating. But this is perfect for her now because now she has an alibi in a way.
I look tired. But I've just been doing working on a lot of things. Positive things. I realize no matter what kind of hijab style I wear, I'm always going to have to push it back because when you have a chubby round face, it's harder to stay in place. It rhymes. So just having a quick look.
Oh my God, there it goes again. So I've talked in a circle the past 6 minutes. All right. Well, I'm not quite finished with this food yet, and I do want as many ads to roll in this video as possible. So, have you guys ever noticed how orange juice is orange? What's that about? That's do you think that they named orange juice because of the fact that it's the color orange? I never thought of that. So, yeah. So
Lunch.
it might be too snippy. I feel like I was a little bit extra snippy in this video. Too snippy, not enough snip. Let me know. Also, do you like me on this side of the screen or the other side? Like, what? Oh gosh, not that. This. Like, what do we feel? Like this or over here? I kind of like it over here. I don't know. It's cozy. I feel like I'm more a part of things over here.
McDonald's hamburgers and cheeseburgers are like the best. They're so small and yummy. I don't know. I've always wanted to try White Castle sliders. I had the microwave ones, like the frozen. They were okay. I'm not a picky eater, mashallah, but...
You're not a picky... What gave it away? I mean, really, what gave it away that you're not a picky eater? See, that's nasty. I feel like that's mean. That's a little snippy. Is that crossing the line? Is commentary like that too mean? We're just having fun. We're just having lunch. What do you mean? We're just having a kid's meal, a happy meal. We're just having a happy meal from McDonald's with our good pal, Foodie Booty. My God, how does this go on for 2 more minutes? You guys can't see the runtime because of my face, but this goes on for like another 2 minutes. How?
I wish I got the boy toy so I could have the Nerf. A little Nerf basketball kit. I'm whining like a kid. How fitting when I'm eating a kid's meal, huh?
The more Chantal content that I watch, the more I understand why parts of the community call her Chantoddler. I really do. In a lot of ways, she does act very juvenile. It's a little bit more subtle than, like, say, with Amber Lynn, for example, because Amber Lynn is, like, very blatant about it. It's like coloring books, playing with toys, just little things that Amber Lynn does. It's, like, very in your face. But, like, Chantal, like, when she talks about things and, like, interactions and, like, noises that come out of her, it mimics... like a toddler, like a child, something very juvenile. So I'm starting to understand why that term is more and more.
So, I mean, I'm not like super full, of course, because I'm used to eating large quantities of food. But it satisfied my McDonald's craving. Actually.
And then you just have to think to yourself, it's like, how do people last? You know, how do people that like act like a 39-year-old toddler? I mean, how do they make it? I mean, because, you know, you see that with like ultra wealthy people that like have never had to do anything, any type of work, any type of, you know, higher education, any type of, you know, they've always had someone do it for them. Maids and butlers their entire life, everything taken care of, everything paid for. You've seen like that. It's like they're almost like a toddler because they've never had to grow or experience any type of hardship in life. But, you know, for someone like Chantal who never really had those means, how did we get into our late 30s, like still doing it? I mean, I guess some people would look at Chantal's life and think, well, George, she's not really doing it, but you know what I mean? It's just like, how did it get to this point where it's not like just totally abysmal, like just totally game over, totally just not able to do anything? I mean, I guess part of it partially is, the YouTube income enables people like Amber Lynn and Chantal to live these kind of lives, to just act like toddlers and not really think or do anything all the time. Because if they can just film themselves eating in front of a camera, and then there's not really much that you have to know in life to keep it going, if that is the start and end of your hardships, having to eat food in front of a camera. I don't know. Maybe we can talk more about that.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks for having this quick lunch with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Oh my, that is not what I meant when I was thinking about. This is not what I expected when I said 2 minutes ago. How does this go on for 2 more minutes? I was not expecting this. I mean, I kind of half expected it when she recycled the conversation about wanting the boys' Nerf toy instead of the girls' toy. But for Princess Peach to come in and act as the side character to wrap this thing up, I didn't see that coming. All right, y'all. Well, we're currently up to date with the Food Network, I guess. But, anything can change. I mean, hey, she's doing a lot behind the scenes, so I don't know, maybe tomorrow, next day, whatever, we'll just get like a crazy update with all this content from her. See you next time.